Hi, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your May 16th to the 31st, 2024 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, and it gets this channel seen by the YouTube algorithm, which gets this channel seen by more people. So thank you so very much for doing so. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. And show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Okay, so let's see here. We are crowned with the Hangman. So we are starting to see things very differently than we have before. And we're starting to be empowered by not necessarily fitting into the mold or being exactly what was expected of us. So when the Hangman comes in, we're looking at things differently. There's this lovely little zip right here that she's pulling down as she starts to see her world differently. And there's going to be this opening up of ourselves, of what we desire, of what we want, as we start to look at things differently, Taurus, and also as we start not to be afraid to see ourselves and be ourselves. It moves us then to, goodness, okay, there we go. It moves us to the Five of Swords. We are going to be in some situations that we've been in before. Like, it's like, oh, I know this, I know this game, I know the rules to this, but we're not the same person. And that's going to be very empowering for us. It's like really embracing here, Taurus, that I've grown and I've changed and I'm not who I once was. And I'm not going to be bullied in this situation or hurt in this situation or overwhelmed in this situation like I was once upon a time. And it brings us then to the Knight of Pentacles. And Knight of Pentacles is Earth sign energy. It is us, Taurus, coming through. We are a knight. We want movement, but it's also, Capricorn and Virgo. So the Knight of Pentacles is us coming through with tenacity, with, excuse me, with determination, with focus, with insight. And it's saying, I'm taking the reins and I'm moving me forward and I'm moving me towards my goals. Now, the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight. So even though we are the knight, we have this movement, we have this tenacity to us, it's like slow and steady wins the race. So just be aware of that during this time. Now we have the Page of Pentacles reversed. We are going to be unwilling students, so that's going to be something that can be a little bit of a hiccup in our energy, in our progression forward. So just being aware of this with the Page of Pentacles reversed. We can also be having a bit of a disconnect from our inner child, what we had what we had dreamt of when we were very small and the world was very big. And so connecting with our dreams, again, connecting with ourselves, having that connection with spirit is also going to be very empowering, very purposeful, very beautiful for us. But it is going to be a bit difficult at times. So when spirit says also that we are an unwilling student, it means that lessons are going to come our way and we're going to think, my gosh, haven't I already learned this? Like, haven't I been through enough is what I'm hearing here. Now, then we have the Ace of Wands. This is a gift from God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe. This is our passion. This is our fire. This is our determination. This is a real sense of, I get to shine. Now, with this being reversed, is we're getting this gift, but we're not ready to take it quite yet. So there's going to be some, I want to say anxiety, because that's the word that's coming up. There's going to be some energy around us as like, oh, I'm supposed to take this gift or not take this gift. It's not worded like that. Okay, that's how spirit is showing. It's like it's a gift that's like right out of reach. But we're thinking it's supposed to be moving faster. It's not supposed to be this hard. It's not supposed to move this slow. It's not supposed to. And spirit's like, you're right, it's not. But until we have learned the lessons that come forward, until we take the reins, until we've been through the situation where it's like, oh, but I'm not the same person. I've changed in this game, then that's when we will take this gift. The Two of Wands, the world is opening to us. Doors are opening. We're starting to see things very differently than we have seen them before. There can be a little bit of wanderlust that comes forward, so just be aware of that. And with the Nine of Cups reverse, a cross your fingers wish doesn't come true during this time. And that can really kind of set us back emotionally, be like, oh my gosh, I didn't get this. So it means that I'm absolutely off my path, or I'm never going to get to the place that I want to be. But you're actually going to see that through that setback, you start to look at things differently, or a door opens, or you're like, well, now that I can't do this, or now that this isn't happening, look at at how things open for me, or look at the cool things that I am able to do. So just know that during this time, and showing up to the table for yourself is going to be very important. With the Nine of Cups also, it can be a sense of like, well, I want everybody to show up. I want everybody to be a part of. And it's like, okay, great, but you have to show up for you first. And that is going to be the most important and most empowering thing. Now, let's see what Spirit has to say. Now, if you're interested in entering to win a free reading, put a flower in the comment box below. A person will be chosen at random and announced on Sunday. So good luck to everyone. And hit the bell notification because that announcement will come through as a video, and you want to be notified when that comes up. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Here we have blissful reversed. We need to fill our life with bliss. And that can be something that's a bit difficult for us. We can have our life, it's not every moment of every day. Joseph Campbell, who I always think of whenever I see blissful, Joseph Campbell said, follow your bliss. And people pushed back at him, and they were like, well, how can I follow my bliss? I have a job, I have this, I have that. Like, you can't just run away and join the circus type of thing. And he said, not every moment of every day, because if you were always going after your bliss, what makes you happy, it would change, right? It wouldn't be always the same thing. But make sure you have moments of bliss. Make sure you embrace bliss and make it a priority in your life. Here, our bliss isn't full. We could be going through a really hard time, and it kind of puts that sepia filter on our lives. We could be, questioning things. We could have had an idea by this time in my life, I'd be here, I'd be there, and we're not. Or we are, and it's not how we imagined it. So here, filling our life with bliss again, filling our life with little things that bring a lot of joy is going to be very important, and it's going to be very empowering for us. Our chakra energy, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Okay, so we have two here. They're both reversed. So our chakra energy is very chatty during this time. This is the third eye chakra and the heart chakra. So the third eye chakra reversed is clarity, and the heart chakra reversed is love. We have blockages in our third eye chakra. Things aren't coming through as clearly as we would like them to. Stepping back and saying, I don't have to know it all, right? It doesn't have to be black and white, which as a pentacle energy, as a person's energy who's very much kind of rooted in the practical world of it all, we do want things to be black and white. We want things to have a lot more clarity, a lot more understanding to them. So just being aware of this during this time is going to be very important. It's like, okay, it's not always going to be as clear. It's not always going to be the way that I want it to be. I get that. Working on our third eye chakra, because what also happens when a Taurian especially has a blockage in their third eye chakra, it really messes with your manifestation, and you are an expert manifester. So here with clarity, just visualize, purple energy just flowing through your body, and visualize, kind of like the purple pulsing of your third eye, really awakening you, really guiding you, because that's really going to help you with your manifestation, with what you want to pull forward. And with love, we could have had our hearts broken. We've been through things, okay? And that's the best way to put it. We've been through things. With our heart chakra here reversed and love reversed, it's like, it's time to embrace love. It's time to say, all you need is love, and mean it. Yes, love cannot save everything, and it can't keep people from learning lessons, and that's a hard thing to learn. But to keep our hearts, pointed north, like our hearts being our northern star, that is going to be a very important thing. A sense of love, and being guided in love, and opening to our love. And in our world, it's so easy to distrust our heart chakra. We get our heart broken. We thought, oh, I was such a good judge of character, or oh, I knew this person so well, and they played me for a fool, type of thing. And bit by bit, we build walls around our hearts. So just be aware of that. Embracing the flow of love, embracing love, and again, visualizing green energy just flowing through your body, and that pulsing of the heart chakra, just absolutely empowering you. It moves us then to our energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. This is the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups is, hey, listen, we can get really fixated on something. Really, our attention gets pulled one way, and we're like, oh my gosh, it's all about this. It's all about this. and Spirit is going to throw us a curveball. We need to be mindful because we're really going to be fixated. We're really going to be like, nope, I need to do it. It needs to be just like this. And it can really mess with our temper. It can mess with our, abundance flow. So just kind of like Spirit is saying, step out of your own way. And that is going to be really important. It's not saying that, oh my gosh, it's all your fault. You're doing everything wrong. You can never do anything right. That's not what Spirit is saying. I know that's what somebody is hearing here. It's that we look at things, and in our world, certain things are so important. And in Spirit's world, those things aren't important at all. And so it's like, well, that's great, but how do you pay the bills? And how do you keep, the electricity on? How do you keep tummies filled? What is this? And with the Four of Cups, it's looking at what's important to you, but then it's stepping back. But it's also looking at the energy that's pulling all of your attention and then stepping back. And you're going to see a bigger picture. A golden apple, you might say, starts to call to you, starts to, be like, wow, look at this. Look at this. The Hangman, we have a tendency to see things very differently during this time. And again, what can be part of the conflict is that the Four of Cups, like, no, but this is the way you're supposed to see it. Those three cups, the three ways, this is the way. This is the way. The three things pulling for your attention, vying for your attention, demanding your attention. This is the way you're supposed to be. So just be mindful about this during this time. With the Five of Swords, we've been in battles before. We've been through the mill. We have. And we are warriors because of that. But we're going to be in a situation where once upon a time, and once upon a time is, yesterday or, 5 seconds ago, we were in that situation. Okay, we saw that. We read that script. We knew those words, right? Not exactly, right? It's not like the exact situation is exactly the same, but we're familiar with this, but we're not the same person. We have changed. And there's going to be a person that you're dealing with or a situation where it's like, oh, but you're supposed to be like you always were. And Taurus, you're not. There's a strength to you, there's a power to you, but there's also this real sense of, but this is me. And this is what I'm moving forward towards. And this is what I want in my life. And this is where I'm going. Now, with that warrior mentality, we can really think, I have to be tougher. I have to be rougher. I have to just go for it. And our inner child is like, but you also have to listen to me. You also have to see me, connect with me. And that is going to be a very important thing with the Page of Pentacles, because our inner child, we can absolutely forget about and say, oh, you know what? No, I don't have time for this. But the Page of Pentacles is calling us and saying, hey, listen to what it is that you wanted when you were small, what it is that you deeply desire and love and pulled you forward. So connecting with that inner child is going to be one of the most important things you do. And during this time, we can do the inner child meditation, which is, taking a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you, seeing yourself as the adult you are now, and letting the child you once were run into your arms, scooping that kid up in the biggest hug. And tell them I love you. I will always love you. I will always be here for you. I will always see you. And then ask yourself, as you hold that child, why can't I be a warrior and hold on to me and hold on to the innocence of me? What is the conflict here? And if you need to pause this video, if you need to come back, do so. Because that's why we're not connecting with the Ace of Wands, our fire and our passion and our brilliance moving us forward. The Ace of Wands is a bit of a rigidity. It can be a temper. It can be, I've tried so hard, I've worked so hard, and I'm still not where I want to be. So being aware of this during this time, that a blessing is coming, but our frustration is overwhelming us to it. So we're not fully taking it yet. It is coming, but it's on pause right now. With the Two of Wands, doors are opening. Doors are opening. We're seeing things differently. We're going to see new paths moving us forward. We don't get what we wish for during this time. And I don't mean that in a mean way. It is just like there's little bits of disappointments. But when we'll look back at this time, it's like, oh, well, they weren't the big disappointments. Even if they feel like they're big right now, it's a cross your finger wish. It wasn't in alignment with your soul, with who you are and what you want and where you're headed towards. So don't let setbacks hold you back, and show up to the table for you. Show up for you. Show up to your dreams and what you desire and what you want, because even though Spirit is saying it's not now, it doesn't mean it's never going to be. And this is going to be a time where we're looking at things and saying, I have come so far. And we're learning how to say, I have come so far. I'm so different from, where I was a year ago. I'm stepping into my power. Doors are opening. I'm seeing myself. And I'm not being bullied the way I once was, or hiding away the way I once did, or feeling overwhelmed the way I once felt overwhelmed. I now see me. And that brings us to our fire and our passion and our distinction, moving us forward. Our subconscious spirit message here is energy reversed. We might not be sleeping well. We might be a little bit low energy, during this time, or our energy could just be all over the place. We're jumping from one thing to another, to another, to another. Calming and centering ourselves, embracing meditation can be very, very, very beneficial. It moves us then to our subconscious chakra message, which is angels and masters. This is the soul star chakra located 6 inches above our crown. We are blessed. We are blessed. We are blessed. Know it and embrace it. We are connected with our angels, with our spirit guides, and they are opening up doors for us and cocooning us in their wings in just the most magnificent way. Our subconscious energy to be mindful of is the Lovers reversed. Interesting, because during this time frame, we are going into Gemini time frame, which is May 21st to June 20th, and that shift, in the alignment of the stars, might throw us for a shift. It might throw us for a bit of a loop. So just be mindful about this. We can be having trouble with Gemini energy in our chart, in our life. We could also really have lust coming up over love. Like, this is what I'm lusting for, but it's not what I love. So just make sure you're going after what you love. It's quality over quantity, Taurus. And it moves us then to our tarot message. And this is the Hierophant reversed. And I laugh because this is us. Subconsciously, we are going to have a tendency during this time to get in our own way, to overthink, to overanalyze, to question ourselves, to be very rigid with ourselves. It has to be like this. It has to be like that. We can be a very good taskmaster during this time for others, maybe not very good for ourselves, but it does become overwhelming. So do be mindful about this. Get out of your own way. Get out of your own head. Let yourself breathe and ask yourself, what do I love? All right, Taurus. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let us end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. And please note that this meditation and healing will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Oh, hold on. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Taurus. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.